गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः सीताया पतये नमः सीताया पतये नमः. We are in 6th chapter of the Aranyakand of Adhyatma Ramayana and chapter 7. Oh, we are starting. Okay. And here, what we were seeing is Marich, who was approached by Ravana and was ordered, not requested, ordered that you have to help me get Sita. For that, you have to distract Ram and Lakshman by Marich means illusion. So take some form and distract them, and while you distract them, I will kidnap Sita and take her away. And this was the plan. And Marich, whose life was spared, last week we told you why his life was spared. Illusion cannot be killed because it is not there in the first place. So, when Tadka and Subahu were killed, Marich was thrown away. And that time, so since then he has been taking Ram Nam. And last week we saw that second time again when Ramchandraji, Sitaji and Lakshmanji were at Panchavati, there also he went just to check out and on the orders of Ravana to bring some destruction, but then again he shot an arrow and he was again thrown to further away from Lanka. And since then he is remembering Ram out of fear. Ravan is remembering Ram out of animosity. Sitaji is remembering Ram out of devotion. Soulmate. Devotion, soulmate, her inseparable half. Shivji is remembering Ram as his Ishta. Ram is remembering Shivji as his Ishta. So, what is your relationship to Ram? So, point is, any way you can remember Sri Ram and attain moksha, attain immortality, but be full 100%. And here, Marich, when he was given this order, he thought, what do I do? Because Ravana had said, if you don't go, then I'll kill you. So he said, why get killed by Ravana? Why not? Better to get killed by Ramchandraji and I'll go to heaven. So everything, even illusion, is appearing out of the truth only. So don't think the illusion is existing separate to the truth. It is everything is the illusion of a wave is existing in the water only. Same way. So in this way, thinking Aranyakand, Canto 7 begins. Shri Mahadeva Uvacha, slaying of Marich and Sita's abduction. So here, Shri Mahadeva Uvacha, Mahadev is telling the story. The Adhyatma Ramayana begins with Mahadev ji telling the story to Sita ji, not Sita ji, Parvati ji. Why? Because Parvati was saying, who is that whom you are so intoxicated by that you don't even look at me, who is your Ardhangini, so beautiful, every day I dress up and I am so beautifully, and I am waiting for your eyes to fall upon me and say some words of praise. I am adding all that. Okay? Then he says, I am remembering, I am continuously in meditation on my Ishta, Sri Ram. She says, no jealousy, like every. So she says, can you tell me about him? Then I will also meditate on him. And that's how Adhyatma Ramayana begins. And so here, Atharamo tat sarvam nyatva ravana cheshtitam uvacha sita me kante shunu janaki me vachaha ravano bhikshu rupena agamishyati tentikam tvam tu chhayam tvadakaram स्थापयित्वोट जेविष अग्नावदृश्य रूपेण वर्षं तिष्ठ ममाज्ञया रावणस्य वधान्ते मां पूर्वतत्प्राप्स्यसे शुभे. Lord Shiva said, O Parvati, here becoming aware of all the conspiracies of Ravana, Sri Ram advised Sita when they were alone, O Sita, listen to what I have to tell you. Ram is Trikaladarshi. And intuitively he comes to know why, because so many attacks are coming. Khar, Dushan, Shurpnakha, 14,000 army. So now is the time for them to be on the alert and vigilant. So he says, oh, the auspicious one, what does he say? Uvacha Sitam ekante, Shrunu Janaki me vachaha. Ekante, he didn't say it in front of Lakshman or anyone. Even Lakshman doesn't know what he's going to say. It's a secret. What is that? Ravano bhikshu rupena agamishyati tentikam. O Sita, listen to what I have to say, tell you. O the auspicious one, Ravana will come to you disguised as a mendicant, bhikshu rupena. Hence, by my orders, you must enter the holy fire, leaving behind your look-alike shadow in this hut and stay there in the fire in an invisible form for 1 year. After that, after the killing of Ravana, you shall get back to me once again. So here, this is the old language, okay? That by my order. That time, maybe when the commentary was written, British rule must be there. By my order. So, Ramchandra ji will never order Sita. And even if it is order, he will never say, by my order do this. So, what is that? He says, so Ramchandra ji knows and Sita ji knows. What do they know? That the Sita that which is going to be kidnapped by Ravana is a false one. False one means what? It's a hologram. You understand what a hologram is? Nowadays people are doing, you know hologram? No? You wasted your life. Hologram means you are sitting here and at home daddy is able to see you. And you appear completely in front of him. Imagine. This is how gods used to appear in many places at the same time, isn't it? You can also do it. You have to do a little bit of sadhana. It is possible. Even today, there are Mahatmas who can do that. Is it possible for you to close your eyes and see your mom or dad in your mind? Complete form? Them scolding you in the dream? Possible, no? So that's a hologram. So equally, when mom is not here and you are in your on the road or in the bus or in someone else's house. You can experience your mom, dad, your sister, brother, whoever you want to visit or you want to meet by going there. Your body is there where you are sitting. So here Ramchandra ji asks Sita ji that you please secretly enter into the fire and give your original form, keep it in safety in the fire with the Agni Devata, and come out as a hologram, as a illusionary or illusory form, because the story has to continue. What will happen if original Sita was there? The story will finish there only, because Ravan does not have the power to touch Sita. If he touches her, he will bhasma. उसको शाप मिला हुआ है. His head will break into 1,000 pieces. See? So, Ramchandra ji, without the war and the Setu and the monkeys and the meeting of Hanuman, Sugriv, etc., Ramayana का कुछ मजा ही नहीं है फिर. All that drama has to be there. So, you disguise and you come as a hologram. And when I have killed Ravana, then I will ask you to again come out from the fire. Then you give up the hologram form into the fire and come out as the original. But that time, remember, Lakshmana became so angry and he was ready to fight with Ram also. That how can you make Sita, Mother Sita, to go through this fire sacrifice to see that she is pure. Actually, a hologram is not pure. Original has to come out. But we miss all that. And instead, it becomes a woman's liberation thing. That how can men treat women like that? There are cases like that. So this was all a drama. Ramchandra ji afterwards crying for Sita, and then there is one Gita called Lakshmana Gita, where Lakshman ji is teaching Ramchandra ji. And why? Because Ramchandra ji is crying for Sita, my darling, where should she go? What will happen? My life is worthless, etc., etc., etc. And Lakshman ji is giving him the Santwana. तो वो भी आएगा अभी, शायद इसमें है कि नहीं पता नहीं. Because Sita ji herself is the Shakti. She is herself the Adi Shakti. So she can take any forms. Shrutva Ramoditam Vakyam Sapi Tatra Tatha Karot Maya Sitam Bahistapya Swayamantar Dadhenale Maya Sita Tada Pashyan Mrugam Maya Vinirmitam Hasanti Ramam Abhetya Provacha Vinayanvita Pashya Ramamrugam Chitram Kanakam Ratna Bhushitam Vichitra Bindubhir Yuktam Charantamakuto Bhayam Badhva Dehi Mama Krida Mrugo Bhavatu Sundaraha. Some people, they want only to listen to the story in English. They don't want Sanskrit. Why? Then why are we chanting Sanskrit? Why we are not continuing only in English?
It's kind of, it's ancient, I guess.
It's what?
It's ancient.
It's ancient language. Yes, it is ancient language. But more importantly, she's correct. Why are you laughing at her? She's younger than you, that's why. So, why? Firstly, it is an ancient language. Secondly, vibration. The Sanskrit language has a unique vibration due to the combination of alphabets, which no other language has. And when it falls on your ears in a particular rhythm, you feel it's pleasing. When you hear poetry, it is pleasing. When you hear songs from Hindi, Marathi, Kannada, whatever, that's your mind automatically keeps chanting them again and again. Some of the bhajans that you sing, if you are singing from your heart, the lyrics automatically go into your mind. You don't have to by heart them. Automatically they set because you are connected with the vibration. Same thing is with the Sanskrit language also. So here, Shrutva Ramoditam Vakyam Sapi Tatra Tadha Karot. Shrutva, having heard the words of Shri Ram, Sita ji immediately does what has been asked by her. Maya Sitam Bahistapya. Maya Sitam, the hologram Sita, the illusionary Sita, was left outside, and Swayam Antar Dadhe Nale Anale Dadhe, meaning she went and hid herself in the fire Anala, and by leaving outside the illusory form. Maya Sita Tada Pashyan Mrugam Maya Vinirmitam, and then thereafter, then that Maya, the illusionary Sita, saw that illusory deer. So illusory Maya, illusory deer. Huh? You think real Sita would not have found out that it is an illusory deer? Certainly. But drama has to continue. So the illusory Sita looked at the illusory deer and asked, which can be never heard, that Sita, if original Sita was there, she would never have said, please get me that deer. And Ram is saying, no, it is illusion, there is nothing called golden deer with silver spots. And she says, no, I want only that. You never do anything what I ask you to do. Your home story. So, only illusory Sita can say this. So, Hasanti Ramam Abhetya, Ramchandra ji, when she says, when she looks at that illusory deer, Hasanti Ramam Abhetya, Pro Vacha Vinayanvita, and Ramchandra ji smilingly and polite, who was smiling, she said, "Oh Shri Ram, Pashya Ram Mrugachit," yahi pe hai na, nahi, हाँ, Pashya Ram Mrugachitram Kanakam Ratna Bhushitam. Oh Ram, oh dear Ram, look at that deer. It is of the color of a golden hue, and it has got silver spots. What a wonderful looking deer this is. Vichitra Bindu Bhir Yuktam. Vichitra, very unique. Bindu means that the spots on the body. So there are silvery spots. Unique spots are there. I have never seen a deer like this. Charantam akuto bhayam, and it is not even afraid. It is again and again attracting my attention, and that's what he was doing. And he's trying to get my attention. And whenever I try to, it's not written here, but whenever I try to touch it, it runs away. Deer by nature are timid. So it runs away. Please catch him for me and bring him for me, so that I can play in when you are busy with other things. Badhva dehi mama krida mrugo bhavatu sundara. That beautiful deer, please badhva, please tie him down and bring it for my play. This is what we do with dogs, cats. आजकल तो you got the dog strap for the kids also. लगा के चलते हैं, बच्चा आगे आगे. You press the button, the child goes, then again, and you pull it back. So here it says, until the time Maya Sita had made her appearance, the deer could not succeed in its attempts to attract the original Sita. Original Sita would have caught him straight away, and she would have never spoken these words. So he could make an impact only on the false Sita, which is the illusory Sita. And so here the teacher is telling that the lesson is Maya attracts Maya. Illusion attracts illusion. Now apply it on yourself. Who are you attracted to? Husband, wife, both illusion. Children, also illusion. House, illusion. Investments, illusion. Everything. The whole creation is an illusion. And who is attracted towards this illusory world? Tell me. Huh?
Illusory.
The mind which is illusion.
The mind is, if we go a little bit deeper, mind is not attracted. It is the I, the illusory I, which is attracted towards the world. So illusion is attracting the illusion. And in this way, our job is to be free of this illusion. And for that, integrity is required, sadhana is required, and for that we have to move in our journey. This is also an imaginary journey, but because we have imagined this world, we have to move from tamas to rajas to sattva, and then even the sattvic illusion we have to give up and merge into the divine. So, so Sita ji doesn't ask him to kill it. She says, Badha, what is that? Badhva dehi mama krida. So just tie him up and bring him here for me to play. So we also play, no? You take the soap water and you take the bubbles out. Have you done that? Have you played with those soap bubbles?
Yes.
They are illusions, isn't it? Why do you do it? It's so funny. They go and you try to catch and you try to burst them. Have you ever tried making one very big end and hold it on your hand?
Yeah.
Yeah? You did? Oh. See? So they are doing exactly what Sita was doing. Playing with illusion. They are also playing with illusion. तथेति धनुरादाय गच्छन् लक्ष्मणम् अब्रवीत् रक्ष त्वमतियत्नेन सीतां मत्प्राणवल्लभां मायिनः सन्ति विपिने राक्षसाधोरदर्शनाः अतोऽत्रावहितः साध्वीं रक्ष सीतामनिन्दितां लक्ष्मणो राममाधेदं देवाय मृगरूपधृक् मारीचोऽत्र न सन्देह एवं भूतो मृगः कुतः. Then Sri Ram said, he has only concocted the whole situation. This is not given in Valmiki Ramayana. This is not given in Tulsi Ramayana. This is given in Adhyatma Ramayana. So even the illusory I that has come about, it has not come out of anything. It is only by the will of the Lord. Remember, I tell you the story of Narad Muni, who says, I want to know what your Maya is. I am a master. By your grace, I am a master of 64 Vidyas. But one thing I don't know, Lord. What is that? I don't know your Maya. Means I don't know your Shakti. What is your power? That I have not till now understood. So remember, he sends him to the kingdom to bless the girl, and Narad Muni falls in love with the girl. That is Maya. So here, Ramchandra, just like Narayana knows everything, here Ramchandra ji also knows everything. And he said, okay, tatheti dhanuradaya. Thereafter, he picked up his bow, dhanuradaya gachan, Lakshmanam abravit, and ready to go for catching the deer, he spoke to Lakshman, Raksha tvam atiyatnena Sita mat prana vallabham. This Sita who is dearer to me than my pranas, please protect her with all atiyatnena, with all your power, with all your faculties. Mayina santi vipine Rakshasa Ghora Darshanaha. And because there are many demons who are moving around in this forest and they are taking different forms, so you be very alert and vigilant and protect my darling Sita. Then thereafter, ato atravahita sadhvim rakshasitam aninditam. And then Lakshman replied to Sri Ram, this is, then Lakshman, the atrotravahita sadhvim raksha sitam aninditam. So that was about the Sita. And then he says, Lakshmano Rama Mahedam Devaya Mrugarupa Druka. And, oh Lord, Lakshmana could see the reality of the illusion. So he looks at, he sees Ramchandraji going after the golden deer, and Lakshmana says, this is not a golden deer, this is a Marich. And in the disguise of a deer, there is no doubt about it, because where is there such a golden deer with silvery spots in this whole world? It is not possible. Marichaha atra na sandeha evam bhuto mruga kutaha. Kutaha, where? Mruga, deer, where is such a deer, such a strange deer in this whole creation? And in this way, Lakshman could see the reality. Ramchandraji knows the reality, yet he is going after it. Yadi maricha evayam tadahanmina sanshayah mrugaschedana yishyami sita vishramahetave gamishyami mrugam badhva hyana yishyami satvaraha tvam prayatnena santishta Sita samrakshanodhyataha. Sri Ram replied, Yadi maricha evayam tada hanmina sanshaya. He says, even if it is Marich, as you say, then certainly he deserves to be killed, I'll kill him. But my Sita has asked me to bring that deer for her place, so I am going for that purpose. And I shall swiftly go and soon tie this deer, Gamishyami mrigam badhva. Hyana Yishyami Satvaraha, and bring it here. Meanwhile, what you should do while I am gone to catch the deer? Tvam prayatnena santishta Sita sanrakshanodhyataha. That you, while I am gone, you be alert and be vigilant and protect Sita with all your means at the disposal. And in this way, Ityuktva prayayau Ramo Maya mrugamanudhrutaha Maya yadashraya lokam loka mohini jagadakrutihi nirvikaraschidatmapi purnopi mrumanmagat bhaktanukampi bhagavan iti satyam vacho harihi. What a wonder that the Maya, which embodies or symbolizes the delusionary power of the Lord, that enchants and captivates the whole world by its fascinating, powerful spell, which is itself dependent on Sri Ram, that Sri Ram is running behind that Maya. Lakshman is perplexed. What is going on? Because he doesn't know the story behind. He says, the whole Maya is able to express as Maya because of Sri Ram. And here Ramchandraji is going after Maya, the Marich. Sar khujalne lagta hai. He doesn't understand what is going on. Because everything Ramchandraji always tells him, but here he has kept it secret from him. Ram behind pursuing a Maya deer, who is nothing but the Marich. In spite of being faultless, who is this? Ramchandraji. He is thinking, Nirvikaras chidatmapi purnopi mruman vagat. Nirvikara. Even though the Lord is, he is talking about Sri Ram in his mind, in spite of being faultless, eternal, Chidatmapi. He's a Chidatma, he's the inner consciousness, pure consciousness, and Atmapi, so Chid Atmapi, he's the pure consciousness or the self-conscious, as well as Purnopi. He is complete. There is nothing lacking in him. Purnamada Purnamidam, and complete, omnipresent, self-sufficient, and complete Lord. He rushed behind that deer. What is going on? Bhaktanukampi Bhagavan iti satyam vacho harihi. This goes to prove the truth of the statement that Lord Hari is very dear, merciful, compassionate, and benevolent to his devotees, whether they come by love, whether they come by animosity, whether they come by illusion, whether they come by relationship, any relationship you want to cultivate with the Lord, Lord will come and bless you. He is very benevolent. Because Lord knows everything. And what was the wish of Marich? It's better to be killed by Sri Ram, in the hands of Sri Ram, rather than Ravana. So Ramchandra ji knows, and his wish has to, if someone is wanting so intensely and there is no option left, Kak Bhushundi ji also did something like this. You remember the story? And then eventually, after going around all the three worlds, he comes to Ramchandra ji and he says, I surrender, I don't know where to run, because his arrow was going after him everywhere. He says, I cannot protect. The only one who can protect you is Sita ji. You ask forgiveness from her, and Sita ji forgave him. And then the transformation in that crow came about, and from that moment onwards, after being pardoned by Sita ji, he started doing tapasya and eventually came to be called as Kak Bhushundi Maharaj. Very, very wise. Even Garud, the king of the birds, was taught by Kak Bhushundi ji when he was deluded that how can my Ram and Lakshman, how can Ram be unconscious, can be bitten by a snake, which was an arrow sent by Ravana. So even the difference between the Lord, the Ishvara, and us, what is the difference? We want to control our situations, isn't it? What is the situation? If I continue another, we already half an hour gone. So if I continue 1 more hour, someone will say, Swamiji, time ho gaya. In fact, you are controlling the situation, not getting lost in the joy of listening to Ramayana. See? So similar, but what does Ishwar do? On the contrary, what was the word on the contrary?
What was it? I forgot.
Shatu.
Huh?
No, two.
Two. But or on the contrary. Good. Sanskrit students. So on the other hand, Lord, even he does not try to interfere in the destiny of any person. He does not want to change the situations. He allows the situations to happen as they are meant to happen. But whatever is meant to happen, there, whatever action he has to take, he will take. But he will not try to manipulate it. And therefore, here, the Lord is so gracious, even though he knows that Marich is an illusion, yet he allows him to do what has to be done. Otherwise, first moment itself, he could have killed him. He allows, he runs after him and come to his natural, that event to come to its natural conclusion, rather than controlling it. So everything Ram is doing because what? The deer, Marich, decided to become the deer. Sita, the holographic Sita, illusory Sita, she desired, she asked Ram, please go. He's just following orders. He's not saying, don't do this, don't do that. He's just following. And therefore, kartum Sita priyarthaya janannapi mrugam yayau anyatha purna kamasya ramasya viditatmanaha mrugena va striya vapi kim karyam paramatmanaha kadachid drushyate bhyashe kshanam dhavati liyate. He knew everything. In spite of that, he went behind the deer, pursuing just in order to please the Sita. Kartum Sita priyarthaya janannapi. Aya, come. Janannapi mrigam yayau. Even though knowing what the reality of the deer was, yet to please his darling Sita, he went after the deer. Anyatha purna kamasya ramasya viditatmanaha. Otherwise, what had Sri Ram, who is fully contented without any wants or desires, is enlightened, self-realized and most wise. Whom is he talking about? Who is Ved Vyasji talking about? Sri Ram. Where is Sri Ram? In the jungle. Dandaka. Where?
The forest,
It's good. What does forest represent?
jungle,
Yes, jungle is more ferocious than forest. In forest there are no ferocious animals. In jungle there are ferocious animals. That's the difference. And the jungle is more dense than forest. Okay? But tell me, why? What was my question?
What does forest represent?
What does forest represent or jungle represent?
animals,
No. Think outside the box.
Mind.
Mind, but what mind?
Cluttered mind.
Huh?
Cluttered mind.
Cluttered mind. Cluttered by what?
Thoughts.
Desires, emotions. Desires for what? About this world. What is that? Our Swamiji says, Sukha kachra, gila kachra. That is the cluttering. That is the jungle. Past, present, future. Aja, aja. Hi, she's looking good. Huh? So, anyatha purna kamasya ramasya viditatmanaha. He knows his own essential nature. He has got no desires. He's complete. All his desires are fulfilled because he's complete person. Mrigena va striya vapi kim karyam paramatmanaha. And what he has to do with a deer or a woman, he doesn't need to do anything. Yet he is doing everything. This is your story also. You are essentially Paramatma. You are essentially, who is functioning inside of you? Sri Ram. Who are you imagining yourself to be? The illusory I, the individual I. What is the illusory I running after? The illusory world. That means I don't have to go to school. No, both are illusion. Illusory I studying illusory education. See? Oh, Swamiji, you can tell Mummy, don't teach me illusion, teach me truth. So, so what is this? What is Ramchandraji doing if he is knowing everything? He has got nothing to do with the deer. Illusion. From his point of view, there is nothing called illusion. There is nothing called the other. There is nothing called the other. From Paramatma point of view, there is no Ishvara Prakriti or Ishvara Maya. He is alone by himself, he is complete. Because what is the difference between Ishvara and us? Ishvara, the Maya is under the, it is not able to influence the Ishvara. Ishvara is complete mastery over the Maya. And what does that mastery? Does not mean that he's got a hunter in his hand and Maya cannot, has to behave. No. He is so self-absorbed in his completeness that the Maya, the Prakriti, the illusion is not able to influence, entangle him or enslave him. And what is the difference? And contrary to the Ishvara, our situation is we are enslaved by Maya. That Maya, that illusion is called mind. See? So the whole spirituality, what bhajans you sing, kids, what initiation you get, what sannyas, this whole path of brahmacharya, grahastha, vanaprastha, sannyas, the various sadhanas that you do, is only to transform from the illusory to the real. And all you have to do is recognize. Actually, nothing needs to be done. How can you remove the illusion? You can only remove the effect of illusion, the appearance. Recognize the appearance. Can you remove the blueness of the sky? Can you remove the rainbow? Can you remove the waves on the ocean? Can you remove the ornaments from the gold? You can melt them. Sorry, but correct. You cannot. So how do we protect ourselves and come back to the original? Recognize that all the ornaments are nothing but gold. Recognize that all the waves are nothing but water. Recognize that all the pots are nothing but mud. Recognize that I am not this illusory I running after everything. I am the original. And what is that original? Shri Ram. देखो मजेदार. कदाचित् दृश्यते भ्याशे क्षणं धावति लीयते. That deceptive deer appeared near one moment and went far away and disappeared the next, as if he was enticing, he was inviting Ramchandra ji to come and come after him so he could slowly take him far away into the jungle so that Ravana could do his job. Drushyate च ततो दूराद एवं राम हरत ततो रामोऽपि विज्ञाय राक्षसोऽयमिति स्फुटं विव्याधशरमादाय राक्षसं मृगरूपिणं पपात रुधिराक्तास्यो मारीचः पूर्वरूपधृक् हा हतोऽस्मि महाबाहो त्राहि लक्ष्मण मां द्रुतम् इत्युक्त्वा रामवद्वाचा पपात रुधिराशनः. It reappeared again. Drushyate cha tato durad evam Rama apaharata. And it reappeared again and again at a distance in this manner, appearing and disappearing repeatedly. He took Ramchandra ji far away from the Kutia, the cottage where Sita ji, Ramchandra ji and Lakshman ji were living. Actually speaking, only who was living in the Kutia? In the cottage, who was living? Adults also. No, who used to live in the Kutia? In the cottage, who used to live? Only Ram and Sita. 14 years Lakshmana did not sleep for 14 years. And he had taken a vow that I will be the guardian, I will be the protector. He used to act as a guard outside. That's why I asked that question. Good. Then being certain that this is a demon and not an ordinary deer, Tato Ramopi Vignaya Rakshasoyamiti Sfutam. So suddenly कितनी देर तक भागेंगे यार. रामचंद्र जी already knows what is real and what is unreal. But when he has gone far enough from the cottage so that Ravana can do his job, then he suddenly, no man, enough now. Chalo, I think this is the right time. And he that he comes to the conclusion that this is not a real deer. Shri Ram Vivyadha Sharamadaya Rakshasam Mriga Rupinam. He shot an arrow on that Rakshasa who was in the form of the deer, golden deer. Then Papata Rudhiraktasyo Maricha Purva Rupadruk, and when he fell down, he took the original form of the Rakshasa. Ha hatosmi mahabaho trahi Lakshmana mam drutam. And in the voice of Ramchandra ji, he cried out. There drama. When mom and dad are not at home, we try to play the games, taking out dad's voice, mom's voice. We show the anger like mom to each other, isn't it? So that Marich, he cried aloud in the voice of Sri Ram, and he says, "Oh Lakshman, I am killed. Save me immediately. Hey Lakshman, oh Lakshman, come and save me. I am shot. I am killed." As if Ramchandra is going to. And Lakshman must be also thinking, Ram killed? How can that be possible? And he is not convinced because he knows it's an imaginary deer. But now he is listening to the voice also. And who gets affected? The illusory Sita. Illusory Sita. So, hearing this, Yannamagnyopi marane smritva tat samyam apnuyat kimutagre harim pashyan te naiva nihato suraha तद्देहादुत्थितं तेजः सर्वलोकस्य पश्यतः राममेवाविशद्देवा vismayam paramam yayuhu. Even the ignorant ones who remember him, that is the Lord Sri Ram, at the time of death become one with him. So Marich, he is not ignorant, he knows that it is that Ram, he is very powerful, he must be the Lord himself. So they merge their souls with the supreme soul of the Lord. They go back to the Ishvara, and going back to the Ishvara means what? They have become immortal. They have gained liberation. That is the purpose of our life. Our purpose of life is not eating pasta like I ate before the class. Auntie has made very nice pasta today. Life is not for that, having pasta, coffee, biscuits, sometimes lunch, dinner before the class. Then what is it for? It is for attainment of immortality. It is to merge into Sri Ram or recognize that Sri Ram alone is functioning in and through you every moment. And when you think about it, you vanish. What vanishes? The illusory I vanishes and goes back to the illusion. Suppose on the pond, the moon is shining. What will you see in the pond?
Moon's reflection.
Of what? Of the pond?
Of the moon.
Of the moon. How will it look like?
It'll look like the moon.
It will look like the moon. Moon is round, or it is half, or it is a crescent. Same shape it will be seen, isn't it? Suppose water goes away, then what will happen to the reflection?
It'll go.
Where will it go?
It'll not be there.
But where will it go? You are seeing the reflection of the moon, but when there is no water, what happens to the reflection? It goes back to the original moon, isn't it? Because there only it came from, isn't it? Similarly, when all the desires from your mind go away, this imaginary I, the illusory I, it goes back to Sri Ram. Simple. Can the desires completely go away? No. Then what do? Like Lord, who is not affected by the desires, by the illusion, you also live your life in such a way that you don't get affected by the illusion. So Lord was born, he knows this body is an illusion. Lord went to the teacher, he studied the scriptures. Yesterday in Hanuman Chalisa it came. Hanumanji, 5 days old, and Lord's son asked him, I want to teach, I will be your teacher. And Hanumanji went to Lord's son. The Lord's son said, oh, how will you study? I go very fast. So, and then so student and teacher, they should be face to face. You are all face to face, right? I am talking to you, you are looking at me. He says, I am going so fast, where will you? You will run up behind me. I cannot teach person. Knowledge should never be given to a person who is looking at the back of the teacher. Second, there is no place on my chariot. So Hanumanji, you cannot sit on my, even you are a baby, you cannot sit on my chariot, because the student should not sit next to the teacher. He should only sit in front. Third, he says, I am so, the heat that is coming out of me so much that if you come in front of me, you will become ashes. Fourth, no, that is enough. So Hanumanji says, oh, one by one. ये कौन है? अरे इतने दे, very nice. So Hanumanji says, oh, no problem. He says, I will not run after you, behind you, and I will not sit next to you on the chariot. You keep going at your speed. My one step is greater than your total speed. 5-year-old Hanumanji is telling Lord's son, who is his teacher. He says, my one step, if I take, and how will I study from you? He says, I will walk backwards. I will be facing you. So that also is taken care of, that I will walk backwards. If I take one step, it will take you long time to reach towards me. And then, what about the heat? He says, I will absorb all your heat and I will give you light. 5-year-old Hanumanji is saying. He starts scratching his hair. Who? Lord's son. And he starts teaching. And in 14 days, Hanumanji learns 14 knowledges. And as, just like I ask you questions when Ramayana is going on, so Lord's son is also asking questions to Hanumanji. So Hanumanji has not only understood the knowledge, but he asks counter questions for which Lord's son has got no answers. He prays to Ramchandraji. He says, Lord, please protect me. I don't know who's this Vanar in front of me. He has more, whatever he speaks, I don't even understand, because Hanumanji is Ansh of Lord Shiva. And son, he's only illuminating the outside world, that's all. So he says, I don't understand. And when he says that, so Ramchandra says, okay, I have to maintain the garima of the Lord, of the Guru. So what to do? He takes away all the knowledge of Hanumanji's mind. So Hanumanji, who took my knowledge? So Ramchandra said, listen Hanuman, I am also born as a human being on the earth. I also go to Vashishta, sage Vashishtas to study. I also study the scriptures. And even though I know everything, I behave as if I don't know anything. You also do the same. You only show that much knowledge, but 5-year-old, what do you expect from a 5-year-old? Like that one. Huh? So he says, okay. And he says, then eventually, how many? 1.5 years, he studied all the knowledge from Lord's son. And when Lord's son was finished his teaching, he asked, Hanumanji said, what can I give you for Guru Dakshina? Then in Ramayana it comes, that Ramayana it doesn't come, in some other stories it comes, that the Lord's son, he said, my son is Sugriva on the earth. You take care of him and protect him all the time. That is your Guru Dakshina for me. So what is my Guru Dakshina? Wristband. It's getting charged. What is that for? To check my heartbeat. So, where are we? So here, the soul of the Lord. So, to die at the hands of Sri Hari, while looking at him, having within sight before closing the eyes for good, what to say of the good luck and fortunes of such a demon? So all Kumbhakarna died like that. Marich died like that. Tadka died like that. Subahu died like that. Ravana died like that. And then Shabri did not die, but she turned herself into ashes in front of the eyes of Ramchandra ji. Ahalya, who was a stone, when he touched her with his foot, she also got up, did namaskar, and she said, I don't want to live in this body anymore. And she also turned her body while Ramchandra ji was looking at her. While Ramchandra ji is looking at her, she turns herself into ashes. And this is exactly what it means when the illusory I, the ego I, when it is looking at Ramchandra ji, the truth, the entire illusion becomes Bhasmibhut. That is what is told. So, if this I is looking out here, waking, dream, deep sleep, or gross body, subtle body, causal body, if it is looking here and is wanting immortality like Ravana, it will never get. See? But when Ramchandra ji is in your heart, Ramchandra ji is in your mind, and you are continuously looking at Sri Ram in your mind, and Ramchandra ji represents Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate. Then immortality, because Lord is looking at you. Jatayu also, Ramchandra ji was looking at him. Bali, Sugriva's elder brother, was Ramchandra ji looking at him? Yes or no? Yes. He shot him from the back, but when he was dying, he was looking at Ramchandra ji. See? So this is our preparation. In this life, we don't know when death is coming. You know? I also don't know. So we have to be always ready. For what? That Ramchandra ji is ever in our heart and mind. See? Taddeha utthit, यही है ना, हाँ, तद्देहादुत्थितं तेजः सर्वलोकस्य पश्यतः. The effulgence of his soul, representing the luminous, truthful and pure consciousness element present in the body, which is called Atma, emerged from his body and instantly entered into Ram. How did the soul of Marich enter into Sri Ram? Just like the soul of a wave enters into water. Just like your shadow, which is a Marich, which is an illusion, goes back to your body. Under certain condition, the shadow comes, isn't it? When the sun goes down, where does the shadow go? Just like she answered, the moon, the reflection of the moon went back to the moon. The shadow came back to the body. Similarly, it's a merging-less merging. It's a return-less return of the I. And The gods were very astonished and bewildered at this spectacle. Ramam eva vishaddeva vismayam paramam yayuhu. Why the gods are astonished? Arey, ye to aadmi hai. They have forgotten. Gods, they are chanchal. You understand? They are fickle-minded. The gods. Less fickle-minded than asuras, but also fickle-minded. Very quickly they get attracted and distracted. That's why Indra, you see, if anyone does tapasya, he goes and disturbs. He feels that fellow is doing tapasya to take his throne. So he goes and disturbs. Because he is continuous afraid of his security. He is also, Indra is also like that. Whatever is good is mine, and whatever good you have, that also is mine. So he goes after. So don't be like that. Ravana and Kumbhakarna had their souls merging into Sri Ram at the end of their lives, while sages, seers, hermits, mystics on this earth and their exalted counterparts, the gods in heavens, never had this privilege. See? Gods. Can gods realize? I am asking you girls, kids. Can gods realize?
Yes.
What do you say?
Yes.
What do you say?
Yes.
What do the elders say? Why? We are not talking about Ishvara. We are talking about Devatas in the heaven. Can they realize? No. Can the Asuras realize? No. So that means they can never realize. They can. Are the gods immortal? Yes. Gods are immortal because they drank the nectar, isn't it, after churning of the ocean. So they are immortal. But they cannot realize. Then who can realize? Only human being can realize. Only human being. Are you a human being? Are you a god? Are you Asura? No. So you are a human being. So human beings can realize. If a god wants to realize, he has to take the form of a human being. Only then he can realize. And you already have a human body. Already half the battle is won. So use your life for proper good purpose, for remembering the Lord. Then what? Then I have to go to school also. I have to clean my room also. I have to. Yes. क्या नाम है?
वाणी.
हाँ?
वाणी.
वाणी. हाँ. तू ही बात कर रही है. तू ही बात कर रही है. हाँ. So at the end, so sages, mystics, sannyasis, mahatmas, hermits, etc., they all can realize. But gods cannot realize. Mere boast of spirituality will not please the Lord. Even lowly or low caste Shabri, the vulture Jatayu, had their share of salvation, but exalted ones, except a few such as Sutikshna, remained what they were. So tell me why Rishi Vishwamitra, Rishi Vashishta, Rishi Bhrigu Rishi, and Angiras Rishi, and Gautam Rishi, and Bhardwaj Rishi, and ये साउथ के कौन से हैं? Agastya Rishi. How come they don't get realized? They were born from the mind of Brahmaji. Why can they get realized? Can sun get realized? Can moon get realized? Can these Mahatmas, the great rishis, the 7 or 9 rishis, can they get realized? No. But why?
Because they have responsibilities.
They got one position there and
Because they have a job to do. Sun has a job to do to illuminate the not just world, meaning the solar system. not galaxy, solar system. After outside solar system, you will see the sun only like a star. That's it. So he has a job to do. Rishi Vashisht has a job to do. Moon has a job to do. So all these rishis, they have a job to do. So they are locked in. Brahmaji has a job to do. What is Brahmaji's job? To create. What is Vishnu's job? To maintain. What is Shivji's job? To destroy. Shivji says, I will get realized. And who will do the job of destruction then? Garbad ho gaya na? Then only creation going on. I think that is the problem right now. Population 9 billion. Nobody is dying. Doctors are keeping all the people alive. Huh? So they are all locked into position. Human being, all these rishis, all the celestial bodies, they have no Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh also, they do not have a, what's the word I'm looking for? Body hai na? What don't they have? They don't have a choice. The only person who has choice is human being. Only human being have choice. So make right choices and help yourself. Kim karma kritva kim prapta pataki muni himsakaha athva raghavasyayam mahimanatra sanshayah rama banena samviddha purvam rama manusmaran bhayat sarvam parityajya gruhavittadikam chayata. The god said, this cruel demon who was a killer of hermits has done so many sinful, unrighteous deeds and then attained to such an auspicious end, without doubt is due to the benevolence, benediction and the grace grace of Sri Ram. Having been shot by Sri Ram's arrows on 2 previous occasions, he had already forsaken his household and wealth out of fear and was always engrossed in remembering Sri Ram. So we see, even in Ramayana, we see Marich, 2 times he got a life, 2 heart attacks, but he survived. But after 2 heart attacks, he only remembered Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram. He gave up his family, he gave up his house, he gave up everything, living on an island, only remembering Sri Ram. Ravan, he was also only remembering Sri Ram. Kumbhakaran, he was also only remembering Sri Ram. Then why, if he knew that it was the Lord Narayana alone is Sri Ram, then why did Kumbhakaran fight with Sri Ram? Because if he doesn't fight with Sri Ram, Ravana will kill him. He doesn't say that, but at the same time, he loves Ravana very much. Both have done tapasya and pleased Brahmaji and got the boons. So he feels that I have to do whatever my brother. He is very loving towards his brother and surrendered to Ravana. And therefore, even though he knows, he fights properly with Ram, but eventually he gains moksha. Who is Ravana and Kumbhakaran? Wait, kids, tell. Who is Ravana and Kumbhakaran? They two are brothers. But who are they actually before becoming Rakshasas? Yeah. Close. Yeah, they are you remember? They are the gatekeepers of Vaikuntha, where Lord Narayana lives. And what are their names? Jai and Vijay. And this is the 3rd time. First it was Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Second time is Ravan and Kumbhakaran. And third time they will be born as not Duryodhan Durashana. Dantavakra and Shishupal. Dantavakra and Shishupal. So, and this was the curse given to them because they did not allow the Sanat Kumaras to enter into the Vaikuntha. And Sanat Kumaras became angry with those two. We have free entry, and they said, no, 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 our Lord is sleeping, you cannot go and disturb him. You are telling us not to go. Go, we give you, we curse you that you will be born as Rakshasas, Asuras on the earth. So they said, sir, we are just doing our job. Why these rishis, these Muni Kumaras, they have cursed us? He says, yes, they are not done right. They said, sir, we have already cursed now. We cannot take our curse back. So Lord Narayana, he says, okay, not eternally, only 3 times. He limits the curse for 3 times. So these were the 3 times that he was born. They were born. Then, having been shot by Shri Ram's arrows on ये हो गया हृदि रामं सदा ध्यात्वा निर्धूता शेष कल्मषः अन्ते रामेण निहतः पश्यन् राममवापसः द्विजो वा राक्षसो वापि पापी वा धार्मिकोऽपि वा त्यजन् कलेवरं रामं स्मृत्वा याति परं पदम् हृदि रामं सदा ध्यात्वा. Here it says, by constantly remembering Sri Ram in his heart, even though it was out of fear and anger, Marich was free of all his sins and all the bad things that he had done in his life. Why? Because the name of Ram, it gives out light. It has a vibration. And what is that vibration? It's like a sunlight. Wherever there is sun, there can be no darkness. Similarly, when Ram, 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 Ram is going on in your mind and on your lips, no bad thoughts can come and enter your mind. Therefore, we must listen to Sanskrit chanting. Therefore, you kids, you should chant whatever your mum and teachers are teaching. You know some stotras, isn't it? Vishnu Sahasranam you learnt? You have? Little bit. Lalita Sahasranam?
No.
You?
I have like the Sahasranam.
Complete?
No, a little bit.
Huh? 13 verses. Very good. So, one word is enough, but 13 verses, whatever you have done, continuously those words of the Lord reverberating in your mind. See? A huge, humongous energy comes. So even though you are the sinner of the worst type on the earth, who was one example like that? Ratnakar Daku. And he says, when Naradji says, you chant Ram to purify yourself. He says, who is Ram? It must be some good name. I cannot talk good. I know only how to kill. So he says, Maram, 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 Maram. And that Ratnakar Daku, killer, murderer, stealer, thief, he becomes Valmiki Rishi, who wrote Ramayana, the first poetry in this universe. So anyone, worst of the type, if we keep remembering the Lord's name, we can neutralize all the bad deeds that we have done, the bad thoughts that we have cultivated, and become purified by His grace and eventually merge. I know some of you know that person. You remember Raghavan, our Jayashri Amma. She used to live. Now she's moved the other side. She used to live in Glen Waverley only. Her husband, and suddenly the doctor, he was having difficulty in breathing, and he went to the doctor. Doctors checked and it was found that he is going to live only for 4 months. Fully cancer, lung cancer. Everything was going on. We used to have regular satsangs in his house and everything. And eventually, when he was hospitalized because they couldn't take care of him at home, and he told the doctors that yes, it is very painful to breathe, but you give me only so much painkillers that I remain conscious. They said, why you want to remain conscious? Why you want to experience pain? He says, no, I won't experience pain. Why? I want to breathe my last chanting the Lord's name. He was a Sai devotee, so he used to say Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram. And till the last, saying Sai Ram, his last breath left in the hospital. See? So cultivate yourself in such a way that we reach that type of end, that with the last breath, like Marich, he was looking at Sri Ram. Raghavan, he was chanting Sri Ram. Maybe he was seeing also Sri Ram in his mind. See? Those who leave their bodies remembering Sri Ram, whether they are Brahmins or demons, whether they are sinful or righteous, they are sure to attain the supreme stature of being one with the Lord. Paramam Padam. Tyajan Kalevaram Ramam Smritva Yati Param Padam. Param Padam is to merge into Sri Ram. Sri Ram himself is Satchidananda Parabrahma Paramatma. He is the one without a second. He is that Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarup. He is the complete one. He is the absolute reality. And that should be our goal. So just remember, just like the moment sun comes out, I told this before, the moment sun comes out, darkness cannot remain, isn't it? Darkness means ignorance. Darkness means bad thoughts. Darkness means anger, greed, jealousy, hypocrisy, arrogance, pride. All this is...
Another one is like hatred or something.
Hatred, correct, hatred, likes, dislikes, these ones, different demons are there for each name. See? So that is darkness. Do you get afraid of darkness or do you get afraid of light? Darkness, isn't it? It is natural for everyone. Nobody says, oh, please put the light off, I'm afraid of light. There are people like that. Who are they? Who are they? The Asuras, the Rakshasas, who live in the caves, who live in the subterranean world. There are 7 worlds under the earth. Oh, go dig, find out. And they don't like light. So all the Rakshasas become powerful only at night. In the daytime, they are sleeping. Do you sleep in the daytime? What time you got up today? 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock? 6? Good. Today's youth, they are all Rakshasas. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock they will get up. And like Asuras, 2 of them have gone today to party. So they'll come back at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock. Just before sun rises, they'll come back home. And when the sun is ready to go down, they get up. So, you can see that happening, isn't it? So, just like in the presence of light, darkness cannot remain. Similarly, even by mistake also you take the name of Sri Ram. See, here the story is not there, but I can tell you one story because kids are also. Listen to the story. Hey, Lavanya, listen to the story. Once there was a man who was living in a village and teaching Vedas and stotras and bhajans and scriptures and everything. And he used to live in this village, and he used to go to the other village across the small forest. And every day he used to go across and come back, teach there and come back to his house. And one day when he was going, he saw a tribal girl. Tribal girls hardly wear any clothes. Mini skirt, on the top nothing. And she was hunting, and he looked at her, and the moment he has never seen a woman in his life apart from his mother. So he says, "Hurry!" He falls in love with her. Now every day he's going to the other village. He's waiting. Where is that girl gone? And he goes searches for her, and she's hunting somewhere. And he hides behind a tree, looks at her, and eventually she also looks, and both fall in love. And eventually they get married. And once they get married, the whole village, because he was a Brahmin, he was an educated fellow, the whole village says, this fellow has married a Shudra, a tribal. They throw him out of the village. Now he is living like a Shudra, outside the village in one hut with his tribal wife. Nothing wrong with being a tribal, but what is the difference between a cultured people and uncultured people? You understand the word culture? So what is the difference between cultured people and uncultured people?
That they don't have a culture.
Hi?
That they don't have a culture.
They don't have a culture. Correct. Yeah. He's factual, man. Don't laugh at.
They have a culture, but they don't believe it.
They have a culture? No. So what is the definition of a culture first?
A culture is something they believe or something.
Okay, close, very close. Tell.
Where they're from.
Right. Good. Where they are from, they believe in something that they believe in. Yes, you are saying something? You put your hand up.
I was going to say like accent.
Okay. So culture means a group of people living in a certain area, following certain self-imposed rules and regulations, ways of life, that becomes the culture. Understand? So, what culture do we belong to? Yes, you say before I answer.
India.
We belong to India, okay. We belong to which culture? Indian culture. But what is the Indian culture? Sanatana Dharma. And what does Sanatana Dharma believe in? Does it believe in we should tell lies, that we should be corrupt to make money, and we should tell?
Believe the God.
Yeah, very good. But Muslims also believe in God, Christians also believe in God, Hindus also believe in God. So what is the difference between, what is the main thing about Sanatan Dharma or the Hindu culture? That we believe in the Vedas. Understand? You know the Vedas? Rigved, say.
Rigved, Yajurved, Samaved, and
Atharvana Ved. So this is the first criteria of Hindu culture or Sanatan Dharma, that we believe in Vedas. Second criteria? Huh? We don't believe in Punarjanma. It's only an illusion, Punarjanma.
We believe in the scriptures.
So scriptures is the Vedas. Yes. Purana is all scriptures. But main, everything has come out of the Vedas.
Eternity?
Huh?
Eternity?
No, all religions believe in eternity. Huh? Karma is also illusion. Swamiji, itna mat bolo. Now we see, because we are in relative world, na? In relativity, in this world, there is culture, there is religion, there is a way of life, isn't it? Not in heaven, here. So here we believe in the Vedas, firstly, and the second, what do the Vedas say? That this society that we live in, it is divided into varnashram. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So these are the 4 categories of human beings: intelligent, dynamic, businesslike, and lazy fellows. 4 types. Okay? And this is Varna. Ashrama, Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyas. So this Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyas determines what should be your trajectory of life. So this Brahmachari, the ashram, it is applicable for Brahman also, it is applicable for Kshatriya also, it is applicable for Vaishya also, it's applicable for Shudra also. Because the purpose of life is not to be a Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. You are born, you have become by your knowledge and karma, you have become a Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. But the goal of every person is liberation. And our life must reflect that. So as a child, she wants liberation? No, she wants to play, she wants to study, she wants to study, she wants to enjoy. But there are children, I know, how old are you? 9? So I have met a girl, now she's grown up, but she started giving lectures on Tulsi Ramayana when she was 4 or 5 year old. Now she is how many? Now she is 13-year-old. You go on YouTube, Sakshi Tripathi, I think Tripathi. So you can see she went to one Ramayana lecture, came back, father came back after half an hour. He didn't want to spend 3-4 hours there. And this 4-year-old girl, he said, like children do, Daddy, come sit down, I want to tell. And whatever she heard for half an hour, she repeated exactly the same word to word in front of her father. Gave a pravachan to the father. The father was very surprised. So he went and got Ramayana. He read the Ramayana. She repeated whatever he spoke, she repeated. Suddenly something clicked in her. And very soon, within few days, the entire Ramayana, Tulsi Ramayana, she knew it by heart. And all she was, abhi suno usko kabhi. She 13-year-old, acting like a grown-up woman. Gives example of marriages, husband, wife, 12 saal ki ladki. But such wisdom. So there is no barrier. You can be a mature person only when you reach sannyas. No. You can be a mature person even in childhood. But in general, childhood is for education, grahastha is for maintenance, and vanaprastha is for developing vairagya, and sannyas is for abidance. So in this way, if we have this is the clear picture that our Sanatan Dharma gives. So remember it and keep it in your mind all the time. And this way, our Marich and anyone else, instead of these Marich, he didn't go to heaven, he went straight to Vaikuntha. Ravana didn't go to heaven, he went straight to Vaikuntha. Kumbhakaran didn't go to heaven, he went straight to Vaikuntha. All of them went to Vaikuntha, even after such atrocities. तुम्हारी atrocity क्या है? स्प्रे लेके मच्छर को मारना. With that, ना इधर के ना घर के ना घाट के, मारना है तो अच्छी तरह मारो. You have to have that courage to, like Ravan, he has the power and he is exercising his power to kill the saints and sages, and he doesn't care. Have that type of courage. But our courage is always calculated. So, Bhagavat bhi nahi hum puri tarah se kar sakte. You understand Bhagavat? What do you call it in English? Revolt. We don't know how to revolt also 100%. So in this way, we'll conclude here. We'll stop here. And good topic that everyone merged into that. The goal of our life must be to merge into Shri Ram. Bolo Syavar Ramachandra ki jai, Pavan Sutta Hanuman ki jai, Umapati Mahadeva ki jai, Bolo Vaishnava Santan ki jai. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Just sit quietly for a moment. Hari Om. Who is singing bhajan? Start. Rama Rama Nama Tarakam. You can see. Rama Krishna Vasudeva Bhakti Mukti Dayakam. Janaki Manoharam Sarvalokanayakam. Shankaradi Sevyamana Punya Nama Kirtanam. Rama 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 Tarakam. Rama Krishna Vasudeva Bhakti Mukti Dayakam. Shira Vanditam Ravanadinashanam. Anjaneya Jivanama Rajavantrarupakam. Rama 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 Tarakam. Rama Krishna Vasudeva Bhakti Mukti Dayakam. Janaki Manoharam Sarvalokanayakam. Janaki Manoharam Sarvalokanayakam. Shankaradi Sevyamana Punya Kirtanam. Shankaradi Sevyamana Punya Nama Kirtanam. Rama 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 Nama Tarakam. Krishna Rama 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 Tarakam. Rama Krishna Vasudeva Bhakti Mukti Dayakam. Rama Krishna Vasudeva Bhakti Mukti Dayakam. Bolo Syavar Ramachandra ki jai. Wait. Ganapati Bappa Moria. Very good. Ah.
Shri Ram Ni Naam Mein Ruchira, O Ram Ni Naam Mein Ruchira. Shri Ram Ni Naam Mein Ruchira, O Ram Ni Naam Mein Ruchira. Kaviraj Prahlad Dhanira Vibhishanur Gajinani Naam Mein Ruchira. Kaviraj Prahlad Dhanira Vibhishanur Gajinani Naam Mein Ruchira. Kadali Kajuradi Kadamula Kannamu Kadali Kajuradi Kadamula Kannamu Padita Pavana Nama Mein Ruchira. Padita Pavana Nama Mein Ruchira. Shri Ramani Nama Mein Ruchira, O Ramani Nama Mein Ruchira. Anjana Tanaya Kritanjana Mulu Ranjillu Ni Nama Mein Ruchira. Anjana Tanaya Kritanjana Mulu Ranjillu Ni Nama Mein Ruchira. Sada Shivudu Ninnu Sada Bhajanchenu. Sada Shivudu Ninnu Sada Bhajanchenu. Sadananda Nama Mein Ruchira. Sadananda Rama Mein Ruchira. Shri Ramani Nama Mein Ruchira, O Ramani Nama Mein Ruchira. Tumburu Naradulu Dambu Miraga Ganambuje Siya Nama Mein Ruchira. Tumburu Naradulu Dambu Miraga Ganambuje Siya Nama Mein Ruchira. Arayal Bhadrachala Shri Ramadasuni. Arayal Bhadrachala Shri Ramadasuni. Yenena Ni Nama Mein Ruchira. Yenena Ni Nama Mein Ruchira. Shri Ramani Nama Mein Ruchira, O Ramani Nama Mein Ruchira. Mein Ruchira, Ye Ruchira.
Bolo Siyawara Ramachandra ki jai. Very good. Anyone else? Asil?
ఆంజనేయ వీరా హనుమంత శూరా.
ఆంజనేయ వీరా హనుమంత శూరా.
ఆంజనేయ వీరా హనుమంత శూరా.
ఆంజనేయ వీరా హనుమంత శూరా. వాయుకుమారా వానర వీరా. వాయుకుమారా వానర వీరా. జయ రామ జయ జయ రామ జయ రాధే శ్యామ. श्री राम जय जय राम सीता राम जय राधे श्याम.
श्री राम जय
Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram Jai Radhe Shyam.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram Jai Radhe Shyam.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram Jai Radhe Shyam. Anjaneya Veera, Hanumanta Shura, Anjaneya Veera, Hanumanta Shura, Yukumara Naraveera, Vayukumara Naraveera. Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram Jai Radhe Shyam. Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram Jai Radhe Shyam. Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram Jai Radhe Shyam. Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram Jai Radhe Shyam. Janeya Veera, Hanumanta Shura. बोलो पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. You guys are singing? No? अभी तो बोला yes. हाँ? Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? No? Conclude. ॐ पूर्णमदा पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ॐ. ॐ ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्मविः ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्मकर्म समाधिना. अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधं. हरिः ॐ. श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु. अन्नपूर्णमाता की जय. अन्नपूर्णे सदा पूर्णे शंकर वल्लभे ज्ञान वैराग्य सिद्ध्यर्थम भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती. माता च पार्वती देवी पिता देवो महेश्वरः बांधवा शिव भक्ताश्च स्वदेशो भुवनत्रयम्. हरिः ओम. आरती. ॐ न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्यतो भान्ति कुतो यमग्निः. तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भागा सर्वमिदं विभाति. बोलो सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय, गंगा मैया की जय, यमुना महारानी की जय, आज के आनंद की जय. नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव. जय जय रघुवीर समर्थ. जय जय श्री गुरुदेव दत्त. Last time you did?
No.
Take it to everyone.